Welcome back. So today, real quick video on how to design the summon amplifier circuit on multisim. So what we're going to do is start off with the basics, which is the power supplies down there. So for this, we're going to click on place your power source. For this one, it's just DC power, matching up the symbols. I'm going to drop those in the bottom left hand corner. And once we've got all three in there, that's when we can go back and change the values. Now you can either change these values straight away, or you can go through and change them all at the end, which is what I'm going to do, and do it all in one go. What we can also now do is put our ground in that we've got in there, and then we're going to work through and just put the rest of the components in. So for this one, we just go into place basic, clicking on resistor and putting all three of those resistors in there. So stuff that we've probably done before, nice and simple. These are just the basic components. The only things that are slightly more complicated that you won't have seen too much of is the actual operational amplifier circuit itself. Now the easiest one for this is to click on place analog and use the analog virtual, and this one is the 3T virtual one. I'm just going to pop it down here and show you how to orientate this one correctly. Now as you can see, we've got the non-inverting and inverting symbols the opposite way around, and in order to rectify this we need to flip it. So we're going to flip it vertically, and we can now see we've got the negative and the positive aligned the same way as the example there. I'm going to drag that over there, and then the only other symbol really that you might not have seen too much of, and it's critical to get this in the correct position, is the potentiometer. So place basic components again. I'm going to scroll down to potentiometer. It is a 1K. Click that, drop it into the workspace. Now for this one, again we need to ensure that it's not only rotated by pressing Ctrl and R, but we also flip this horizontally to make sure that that wiper arrow is pointing to the top left. Drag that over there out of the way. The remaining piece of the puzzle is the multimeter. Once we've got that in there, I will shift these across so we can make sure it all looks the same as the example. We're just going to wire it all up. Now key things to remember for this one, and we'll start with the output, is that your output from your device goes into the meter, and that is the positive there. And then we're also going to look at how we apply a bit of negative feedback in this circuit to control the overall output. So you need to ensure that the wiper of the potentiometer goes to the output of your op amp, and it will also feed back into the inverting input. What we also need to ensure is that your input resistors are all connected together, and in order to do that they need to connect to a node there. So you see on this diagram we have a join or a node, and that is just make sure it's the same there. I've got